welcome back to my channel. Today we've got a beautiful fairy or angel mould from Temu. Whatever the occasion you fancy, she's going to get a makeover with some iridescent and chrome powders and just a little bit of bling. So keep watching and watch her come to life. See, I'm just opening up the mould, literally using it out the lid because this stuff goes forever. She's got little tiny little hands there too. I mean, I would probably use a micro brush, but to be honest, when you stretch the mould like this, it just makes life so much easier. She's got shoulders there. Once I get everything in place, I will burnish it in more. And she's got neck. I'll have to be mindful because there's like a sweetheart neckline on the dress. So I'm just going to put it in best I can. I'll probably go slightly over and then I'll just clean off because I'll be able to see, you can see the sort of ridge better once the gold is actually on. I really like this colour. I'm not normally a lover of gold, but I'd say like maybe champagne possibly. I love a good champagne gold. So yeah, I'm just putting it all in there. Hopefully getting in everywhere I need to be. Oh, a little bit more in the hand there. Just check I've got it all in there. Looks okay. So I'm just burnishing it in now that I've got it in place. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to go with some black or just leave it as is, because I think with having these metallics on the mould anyway, they're pretty much going to show regardless of the colour I put behind. I mean, I'm thinking of doing like an interference purple for the wings, well, along with some colour, but behind the wings. So I'm going to risk it because I'm not too fussed if this does end up a little bit muted. We'll sharp find out anyway, because I've never done interference purple behind a mica powder before. So sorry, a metallic powder. Right, I'll just get that cleaned up and I'll be back. Right, that's all cleaned up now. I just used literally a micro brush with some isopropyl alcohol on. So I'm just going to let that dry off a little bit. Oh, I've missed a bit there actually. It just comes off really easy. There you go, it's off. There's still little bits, but to be honest, I'm not bothered if it mixes in with the dress. I've got my brush there. My trusty switching pad. These are brilliant. Get them on Amazon. I think it was about £6 or something for a pack of 2. And you can wash the sponges out as well, you know, like if you've used them, but they're so good for switching colours. Anyhow, so I've got these nail powders from Temu, and I'm quite fancying like pink, blue in the wings. So that looks like a peachy pink. What's that one? It's hard to tell with the lids on, to be fair. Let's give it a go. What I'm going to do initially, I'm just going to dab it on, and then once I get all my colours in place, I'll burnish them in. So let's go in with a bit of pink. Oh, that's pretty. You see there, it's really pretty. Just dab it in. Because I'm just going to do, because she has quite a lot of detail in the wings. So I'm just going to do different colours, a bit random, just to give it some interest. Once, like I say, once I get all my colours in, I will burnish it. Because anything that you put on the mould initially is what you'll see. So, you know, like this pink, even if I went over the top with, say, blue or something, it would more than likely show the pink. I mean, I know that's true with proper, you know, mica powders and such. I'm not so sure with these, but we'll find out, won't we? So switching sponge again. We'll go in with a little bit of blue. What's this one? There's two blues here, but I'm not sure what's what. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's pretty. Sort of a, yeah, it's very iridescent. So I'm just going to dab that in wherever I think. You say, not being particularly fussy where it goes, because I do want it quite random.
A mystical fairy lives in the forest where the wild things grow, where the wild things grow. Fairies live in a magical place with the fireflies and fairy folk, with the fireflies and fairy folk.
But I don't want to go too crazy. I mean, if it comes to it, I can always add something into the hair afterwards if I don't like the look of it. Yeah, we'll just do it all sort of golden for now. I have a feeling it's going to blend in with the gold, but never know till you try, right? Right, now what to do with the dress. Let's just switch that out. I'll put my lids on because you can guarantee I'll throw it everywhere. I want to keep the wings quite as they are, if I can. The dress, I'm not so sure. Do I just go in with a pink? Decisions. Because I don't want it looking too ghostly, if that makes sense. See, I've got mica powders too, chrome powders, sorry. Do I just go in with some colours from that? Ooh, let me think. I mean, I love the way the wings have come out. I'm a bit concerned about that nose though. Let me just put a tiny bit gold in there, because it looks a bit black from when I'm looking at it from up here. Just want to make sure I've definitely got the gold in there. Right, yeah, it's just a shadow, I think, because it's definitely in there. God, I love the purple. Or do I go for a colour shift, which isn't really going to show if I don't put black behind anyway? Maybe. Let's have a look, see what we've got in these. Let's have a look at the chrome powder in light blue. I think that will show up. Have more of a chance to show up than most. Look at that, it's beautiful. Yeah, we'll do some of the blue, maybe like a hint of something else, because I think that blue's gorgeous. So I'm just going down the sides of a dress here and just trying to get it in where I can. And like I say, you can open out this mould. I suspect I'm going to have to clean up. Unless, yeah, I know what I'll do. because I'm not going to pour it that deep anyway. So we'll run these colours up into round about where I'm going to pour, so it just keeps it the same all the way around. Oh, too much there. There we go. Hope you can see that there. Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to pour it too deep, so I mean, I don't know with the interference powder behind whether it's going to be ghostly or not, or whether it's going to actually show up quite blue. It's a beautiful blue, this though. Might go in there. I think it's still got a slight hint of the gold, but just trying to be mindful that it is sort of like a sweetheart neckline. Ah, there we go. But I mean, like I said, it's already got the gold down, so it probably won't show. Anyway, even if I do slop it, oh, that's nice. Just make sure it's up the sides there. Let's burnish that in some more. I have to say, this blue is beautiful. Could be one of my new favourites.
They sprinkle fairy dust for the
Right, I think I've got it all. So what I'm going to do, because I said about putting it up the sides here, I think I'm probably going to do the same with that greeny one, if I can remember which one it is. Is it that one? No, that's the blue. Now that looks pink also. Maybe I've mixed the lids up. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to just go around. Oh, maybe a bit too much there. Just round the edges. Got some in her face there, but that doesn't matter because hopefully it won't, well, it won't show. I mean, I'm probably going higher than I'm actually going to take the resin, but I just want to make sure. Just so it's got nice sides to it, you know, so it doesn't look so just boring. Make sure there's plenty in them wings. Right, so could be interesting. See how this comes out. I'll get my resin mixed up and I'll be back. Right, so I've mixed my resin up. I've only done about 60 ml just to see where we get, because I know the whole thing takes about 110. As I say, I only want it halfway up, barely covering the sort of up to where the dress mark is. But we'll see how we go anyway. Yeah, so I'm using Interference Blue by Pearl-Ex. Jacquard products. But it looks pretty. I'm going to get some more of these ones, I think, because they are really nice. Let me just wipe off me stick. I'm not entirely sure how much to put in, to be fair, but good dollop. We'll see. Just mix that in. I'm going to see how it mixes before I decide whether I'm going to degas it in the machine. It's going to get hidden a lot anyway. I mean, not everyone can afford, you know, degassing machines and fancy machines, so sometimes you've got to just go with it, haven't you? So I'm going to work on the principle that I haven't got one. So that's well and truly mixed now. So we'll just let that degas a little while before we pour it in. I'll be back. Okay, I've let that degas for about 10 minutes. You have a decent enough working time with, it's 1:1 less resin, by the way, just normal casting resin. So what I'm going to do, because it's quite intricate, I'm just going to put a little bit into the parts where I think it's likely to get bubbles. I mean, it's going to run anyway. I know before, when I did it, try not to upset the mica powder. But I know the arms and the legs are a particular place. I see it's going to run anyway, but I'll go over with a micro brush. And just make sure with that, gently, of course, we've got nothing lurking. Cause I know when I did her before, I didn't check for bubbles in the face and she ended up with a big crater. She looked like a Leviathan of Supernatural. If anybody watches that, you'll know what I mean. Big crater in the front of the face. You can still see the bubbles degassing there a little bit. Sparkly ones, no doubt. Right, I think it should be okay. So we'll just go in with a little bit more. We'll just go slow. Oop, she said go slow. Oh well, it's in now. I'm just going to try not to dislodge anything, like I say. You know, I might not have done it enough here. You shan't find out. Oh, I'm just going to tip it in now. Oh yeah, there's more than enough. Don't know why I thought otherwise. If anything, it's high more than I wanted, but it's very pretty, this interference. I like it. Interference blue. Yeah, it is. It's slightly chunkier than I wanted. Do I take some out? No, it'll be fine. It will be fine. All will be well in the world. That's all I've got to worry about, whether me fairy's too chunky. Right, well, I'll leave that to... Can't even think of the word. Cure. I'll leave that to cure and we'll be back on demold. Right, time to demold. I think it's still a little bit soft, so I'm going to have to be careful. But I'm interested to see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to be super careful. Yeah, there's quite a bit of flaking because I didn't pour the full mould. Oh, it's left quite a lot of gold. Oh, it's not bad. Sort of thinking I shouldn't have done that purple. And she's still, my God, she's still bendy. I love the wings. See how they shine? I mean, it is a matte mould, which I was aware of because it's a candle mould. So I may run some UV over the wings anyway. Possibly do something with the hair when she hardens up. And maybe go over that and just make her dress pop a little bit more. But on the whole, I mean, I love the wings. And I'm sure once they've been UV'd, they'll be lovely. Her hair, no. That looks a bit meh. So yeah, I'll have a play with it and see what I'm going to do. She's also got a black nose. I don't know if you can see that. Like, I think maybe because it's so tiny where her nose goes in, it hasn't picked up the metallic powder. The wings are beautiful, aren't they? So I'm going to have to fix that too. So I'm going to start with the wings. I'm going to use Let's Resin UV resin. I don't need much, just a tiny squirt. I'm just going to start by coating the wings. Try not to make it too thick, obviously, because I don't want to take away the detail. You know, I wonder if I'd be better off with a brush. So keep going. Yeah, I'll use an old brush. These are only cheapies. Just spread it out a bit better with these. Just hoping it'll bring the colours out more. We'll test it on one, see if we can see a difference. And then we'll sort that dress out, because I don't like it. I wished I'd just stuck with the light blue now. But hindsight is a wonderful thing. Don't know if you can see a difference already. I think you can. Right, I'll just pop that in the lamp. Right, let's go back in with this chrome powder. I've just been putting a slight coat. I mean, I'm hoping it will penetrate, but we'll not know until we find out, will we? Maybe just mute that purple down a bit. It's either that or I just totally put a load of purple in. But it looks more like a dark blue, doesn't it, rather than a purple? It seems to be dulling it down a little bit. Whether it'll cure, well, I'll try it and then you'll all know whether it worked or not. I mean, I wanted to UV the dress anyway, so I'm just literally just putting a small amount on, trying to like rub it in with the UV. Whether it'll work is another thing, but that's muted it down a bit, hasn't it? That's better. Yeah, I regret putting that purple in. Get a bit carried away sometimes. Right, let's give that a go and see what we get. If not, I do have the tack it over and over. Well, I did that for 5 minutes and it's not tacky at all. It's not coming off of my fingers. So that appears to have worked. So I'll have to get a new brush. It's a good job these are only cheap ones. So I need to sort her face out because that didn't work either, did it? Now, hope I don't disfigure her. by putting UV resin on her face. So we'll go back in with the antique gold. I'm just going to take it out the lid because I don't want to ruin it. Now let's just put a very, very thin coat on, just enough to wet it really. Under her chin as well, looks a bit iffy. And a hand there. Let's just, with it being really thin, it might be okay. I wouldn't recommend it obviously with UV. Deep, you know, thick should I say. But just for like little tiny touch-ups like this, I think it does seem to be working fine. Right, let's have a look. Seems fine. Let me just see if anything comes off with a dry brush. Tiny little bit there in the dress, maybe I didn't put UV on it, but otherwise it's not sticky at all. So yeah, it worked. So last bit now, I can take my gloves off now. I think I'm just going to highlight with a little bit of silver, just to, because still not keen on that hair either. It's very pretty around the sides, so I don't need to do anything there. Oh, it's still very bendy at the bottom. So I'm just going to do some just wispy bits, just to define the wings a bit. Maybe not that much. Might do a hair as well. It might take the, oh, you know what, I'm going to do the old finger method, because it seems to work for me. Stops me putting it everywhere. I'm saying that's going to be dull. I can be a bit heavy-handed sometimes. I don't know what all them bits are in her hair like, and I've just highlighted them. Maybe they look a bit like a crown now. Question is, do I then go ahead and do a little bit on the wings, or am I taking it too far now? Because I quite like the fact that they get highlighted a little bit. Yeah, just a bit, nothing major. Just to give them a bit of something extra. Pretty, I like it. A little bit more in the hair maybe. That's just diffused that yellow, hasn't it, a little bit, and just, it looks actually like it could be a crown, something on her head. So that's what we'll make it. Pretty. Let's leave it at that as I'm putting more pen on, but you know, Okay, so I thought because it looked like she had a crown, I may as well give her one. So I don't know if you can see that, but she's got like little iridescent diamantes around her head. And all I'm going to do, this is just super glue by the way on an old mat. I'm going to put this little one on her bodice here before the super glue sets. Oh, that looks pretty, I like that. Just got a little thing on her bodice there. I think it just gives it a bit of something extra. And I always keep my trusty old mat to one side for messy jobs. I mean, I'm tempted to put some diamantes in the wings, but how far do you take it? Diamantes, whichever way. I mean, these are going to stick to my mat now because I've just dropped that one in glue. I don't want to touch it and forever bond it to my skin. So it's just... yeah, just a little one on each end. There we go. That's it. Right. So she's just got some cute little ones there. I've probably ruined these tweezers forever now, but we make sacrifices in the art of crafting, don't we? And there she is, all finished. Don't know if you can see the wings there, but they're quite pretty. And she stands up fine. I may put her on something later, but for now, that's it. I think she's beautiful. If you've made it this far, thanks ever so much for watching. I appreciate every single person who watches and subscribes and supports my channel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Fairy dust for the old ones to see the way, to see the way. Wings of